Implementation overview with a Key Stage 2 Year 3 English Grammar, Punctuation and Spelling Intervention. How we set up the evaluation in your school. The first thing we ask you to do is to identify a group of target learners. You'll then use the What Worked Teachers platform to randomly allocate these to the intervention and the control group. You'll then complete the pre-assessment task with both groups. Then the intervention group will receive the targeted small group teaching assistant intervention for spelling, punctuation and grammar, and the control group will continue as business as usual. You will then complete the post-assessment task with both groups, and then if the intervention shows promise, you'll then open this up to the control group. So let's look at this from a step-by-step approach to setting this up in your school. Step 1. Identify a group of learners to participate in the evaluation from the same year group or class. Step 2. Order the Key Stage 2 Grammar, Punctuation and Spelling Year 3 10-minute test workbooks for the start of the pilot. In the initial pilot phase, as part of this program, we will be ordering these in, so please contact us to see if you can get this. At least you won't hopefully have to pay for them, but in future versions of the trial, this may be something that your school has to purchase. Step 3. Using the trial wizard on the What Worked Teacher platform, randomly assign learners to the intervention and control group. Implementation stage. Step 4. Complete the pre-assessment test with both the intervention and control group. Record the marks in the Excel tracker that's located in the resource folder and input the scores into the pre-test on the trial wizard. For the intervention group of students, they will receive a daily targeted small group intervention with a teaching assistant to work through the 10-minute activities in the CGP workbook. We've allocated 15 minutes for this task to allow teaching assistants to have some freedom to go through any areas that students are struggling with. The control group will continue with business as usual for the duration of the trial. Step 6. Complete the post-assessment test, which is the same as the pre, to both the intervention and control groups. Record the marks in the Excel tracker located in the resource folder, and then input the post-test data into the trial wizard. If you then complete the process of evaluation and then click Analyze, it will generate an impact report to show you how the intervention has worked in your school. So the intervention. The intervention is a targeted grammar, punctuation and spelling intervention that focuses on Year 3 pupils. Intervention is delivered by a teaching assistant in small groups, and each session will take approximately 15 minutes for a day. So a quick recap of the spelling, punctuation and grammar intervention. So this has been adapted from a school that's implemented a 15-minute daily class intervention time to focus on this. One strategy that you use in this time is this book, which is the CGP, Key Stage 2 Grammar, Punctuation and Spelling Year 3 workbook, which is the 10-minute tests. So this evaluation has been set up as a targeted small group intervention to help schools test if this approach shows promise before you roll it out, if that's an option that you want to do. So how does this work? So the CGP workbook is designed to help your pupils master the Year 3 spelling, punctuation and grammar. The quote from the book is that it's packed with bite-sized bursts of practice at a perfect level for Year 3 pupils, and there's a fun puzzle at the end of each section. In each workbook, you have the full answers to every question that are included with a progress chart to keep the pupils on track. And the workbook includes 20 10-minute activities for grammar, punctuation, spelling, and mixed practice. So this just means that the intervention should run over about 4 weeks for the daily 15-minute activities. And then this should reduce the playing time for teaching assistants when delivering the target interventions, as everything should be included in the workbooks. Also in the resource folder, you will find a tracking spreadsheet, which allows you to link an anonymized learner ID on our platform to a student in your group. So just some key considerations. Logistical issues need to be considered before using a targeted literacy strategy as an intervention. So time, is there a suitable time in the day for this to be delivered? Is there a suitable location, which might be quite much part of a classroom or library? Resources, just make sure you order the workbooks in advance of the pilot starting. And will students participating receive a reward for their efforts? Logistical barriers are common in any intervention delivered in schools, so it's just important to consider these prior to starting. So the assessment. You will find the assessment, the pre and the post, in the resource folder, and this is marked out of 16. Please record the score for each learner in the Excel tracker and input this onto the What Work Teachers platform. We use exactly the same assessment, it's just labelled as post. So at the end of the trial, use this assessment to retest to help us measure the impact of the intervention. Again, just record the scores for each learner in the Excel tracker and input this into the What Work Teachers platform. Assessment guidance, some further guidance on the assessment. Please complete this under test conditions. It should take about 15-16 minutes to complete. The teacher or teaching assistant can deliver this. Please print the assessment task. This is the same for pre and the post, but they are labelled differently. And then make sure you record the scores on your tracking spreadsheet and then in the platform. So this is the end of the implementation video. The next step is to download the research protocol and your resource folder, and then access the trial wizard.